welcome.
Good morning, Yellowknife.
Good morning.
Well, thank you very much for that kind and warm welcome. And I want to say, I get a sense there's some momentum happening here.
Yeah.
But before we begin, I am honored to be wearing this black armband today because today is the day of mourning. It's a day of mourning for workers who've lost their lives on the job over the past year. And each year, close to 1,000 workers lose their lives in workplaces across the country. And we have to commit ourselves to put in place the kind of laws and regulations that reduce these fatalities at the workplace. It's an astounding number. And when the New Democrats put the motion to the House of Commons to declare this day as a day of mourning years ago, and it was adopted by the House, that was an important symbolic gesture. But we also need action by government, action like the Westray bill, which was adopted, as many of you know. I can probably hear some steel workers applauding there because that reflects what happened in that Westray mine. So let's reflect on those who passed, and let's commit ourselves to work harder to prevent workplace injuries and fatalities in the future. Shall we do that together?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember when Dennis was elected, people started to say the winds of change seem to be starting to come to the north and to Canada. Well, I can tell you, it's those winds are blowing all over the country right now.
Yeah.
And why is that? Well, I think there's a profound desire to fix what's wrong in Ottawa. People feel that Ottawa has not been working for them. They see everything from scandals to the most powerful getting all the help they need, while families are really struggling to get by. We know that the environment is not being addressed properly. The infrastructure needs of our communities are not being addressed properly. And people are saying, let's make some change happen. And what we're seeing across this country right now is an enthusiastic embracing of the idea that we can make that change happen. Now, some people are going to tell you that you can't make change. You have to go for the same old choices of the past. What do you think of that? No, I think a lot of Canadians are saying, you know what? We don't buy that anymore. And we see these other parties on the attack. They're launching their attack ads. We're seeing them on television and in the newspapers. Well, we've got some attacks of our own that we want to launch. What are they? We want to attack poverty. That's what we want to attack. We want to attack climate change. We want to attack unemployment. We want to attack the shortage of family doctors. We want to attack retirement insecurity. We want to attack the issues facing First Nations and people right across the north. So, folks, we've got a few days left to get that job done, but I want to tell you that we are committed to making sure that the issues affecting the north are addressed. For example, the Northern Highways Fund that has been proposed by the New Democratic Party to make sure that the Dempster Highway is completed for year-round paved access all the way to Tuck. And let's also make sure that we have a plan, as we have proposed, to make sure that the Mackenzie Highway is completed, because that's an incredibly important project for the future of our whole country, not just the north. And I can tell you that you have here in Dennis Bevington a champion for the people of the north in the House of Commons. And he's working to make sure that the federal government gives the tools to the North to be able to do the things that need to be done here. And his experience in municipal government and his engagement with the people of the North, the cost of living here in the North. No one has championed the issue of the cost of living here and for fair treatment like Dennis Bevington. So Dennis, thank you very much for the great work that you've been doing. And we need you. We need you back in Parliament. But you know, we're always told we can't do things, aren't we? But our country was built, our great and amazing country was built because people decided that if we worked together, we could accomplish great things. And when you look at what goes on in Ottawa, you don't get the sense that people are working together. They're poking each other in the eye. The best connected are getting all of the benefits. They get access to government. They get what they want. But the average person is left behind. And that's what's got to change. And I get the feeling that we can change that in this election. If people get out and vote. Are you going to be out voting? I love the way young people are encouraging all of us to get out and vote. And we had some of them out here to greet us on the way in today. And I want to say a huge shout out to all the young people that are trying to get everybody out to vote, because it's the most important thing you can be doing on May the 2nd. So everybody, there's just a few days left, but there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of people to be spoken with. And I'm going to be meeting with leaders. I'm going to be talking with folks who have real concerns about what needs to happen in the North, because it's as much about listening as it is about talking, so that we can take the concerns of the people here to Ottawa instead of what we've been getting for far too long, which is the messages from Ottawa being sent here. And it's time to turn that relationship around, don't you think?
Yeah.
Good. I also want to make sure that we have established retirement security for the people who built this country by having strong pensions and lifting every senior in this country out of poverty. And that's a goal that I think every Canadian would share, and that's part of our first 100-day plan for an NDP government. I hope you'll support that. So friends, we've got a lot of work to do. I want to encourage you to get out there and knock on doors and call your neighbors and encourage everybody to get out to the polls on May 2nd and make sure that we have Dennis Bevington re-elected as our Member of Parliament here, and that we have New Democrats elected from coast to coast to coast to take our country in a new direction, because we can do this. Mes chers amis, on a besoin de changement. Ça, c'est clair. Ça tourne en rond à Ottawa. Et pour le Nord, on a besoin des investissements dans les infrastructures, pour les routes qui sont tellement importantes pour le développement économique et pour la qualité de vie ici dans le Nord d'Ontario. Et Dennis Bevington a fait un bon travail là-dessus, et nous sommes en train de faire encore une fois un engagement pour assurer que ces infrastructures-là seront financées par le fédéral d'une façon prévisible, important et efficace. Nous serons là pour vous. C'est le temps de changer les choses. Est-ce que vous êtes prêts de changer les choses? Bon. J'aime beaucoup cet enthousiasme. So folks, let's get out there and get the job done. We have very few days left, and we're inviting Canadians all across the land to join with us to make the change that is possible. We know it's needed. Now we just have to make it happen. Thank you all very much for coming out this morning. It's a very kind welcome. Let's go get them. Merci beaucoup.